So, Emma, can you tell me a little bit about why you're in London, what you've been doing, and how the International Commission of Inquiry went?
Well, of course, I came here to participate in this important international committee of inquiry, and we were very busy for 2 days, arguing with the lawyers and people that know about the case, about the injustices committed against the Five, and we also heard from Amnesty International. We heard from the three judges who were very professional, listening to all the witnesses and the panels, and it was a very worthwhile 2 days, very successful 2 days.
And what impact do you think that's going to have on the larger campaign for the Five?
We think the impact is already being shown to everybody on the media, on all the networks, on internet, on Facebook, on Twitter. I think that it is very important for people to know that there were many personalities, well known, recognized in the world, that were supporting the case of the Cuban Five, and we think that we still have to work more with the final decision of the judges. We have to get people to know more about this decision, because it's a very firm, very truthful decision, and it'll be very helpful if we had it as a handbook to everyone that's fighting for the cause, and everyone that we should fight with for this cause.
And can you just tell me what it meant to the families of the Five to be here?
Oh, well, we've been expecting this for a long time. We know that there were many people and organizations working for at least a year, and it meant a lot, because we saw many friends that have been with us for many years, but we also saw people that are joining our cause, and we saw a lot of effort from many people to make this possible. Although it was sad that the main witness, my father, was not able to come, we did everything in our power for his testimony to be here, and I think it was. And our testimony was present, and for us to see all of those people come from many parts of the world to join hands with us is a very important step. It's a very hard step, very firm step on to reach the freedom of the Five.
And Bob, can you tell us a little bit more about how the commission went and the events surrounding it and the impact?
Okay, well, I mean, the 2 days of the commission saw over 300 people, personalities, trade unionists, members of parliament, from more than 20 European countries and from the United States also, come to London to hear the testimony from over 20 witnesses, including victims of terrorism against Cuba, legal experts, Amnesty International, and obviously the families of the Five. And it really was an amazing experience, I think, for those 300 delegates to hear that testimony. Of course, Rene was unable to come, and it's a shame, really a shame that our government, the British government, refused him a visa, and we will do everything we can to overturn that decision in the future. But we did hear the testimony direct from Rene, which was absolutely important. I think the commission itself and the initial recommendations from the three judges will be very valuable in the future. At the end of the day, it was a very robust, very legal, very professional commission that looked into every aspect of the case, the trial, the arrest, the treatment of the families and the prisoners. And I think having that really solid bank of evidence set out in a very clear way will be a real asset to the international campaign, not just here in Britain and in Europe, but across the globe. We'll be presenting those results to President Obama and to the US administration, hopefully around the time of the 5 days for the Five in Washington in June. And we're sure that it will be something that will enable the international movement to really take the campaign for justice forward. Because at the end of the day, whatever your political persuasion, whatever your opinion of these Five and the families, they've spent 14 years too long in US prisons, and it's time that they should be returned to their families and their people back in Cuba.